What up, YouTube Alex? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today we have another matchup featuring the N.O.D mod, which puts the N.O.D faction into the StarCraft 2 universe. It's my second time ever casting this mod, but it is super sick. Full disclosure, I do not have any Command & Conquer experience, so in my first cast, I called them the N.O.D, and I got rightfully roasted for that. It was pretty hilarious. I am so sorry for that. They are the N.O.D. Let's go ahead and introduce our players, and then we'll jump right into it. Spawning on the bottom right-hand side of the map, it's our yellow N.O.D player, VISCEROID, going up against his opponent. Spawning on the top left-hand side of the map, it's our purple Terran player, RedHood. This is the exact same matchup with the exact same players as the last game. If you are new to my channel and you're looking at this and you're thinking, what the hell is this? Well, I cast a lot of custom StarCraft 2 content, which includes custom StarCraft 2 races. So if custom StarCraft 2 is something you're interested in watching more of, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Back to the show. It looks like we have a couple devouts running across the map to do some harassment. And as far as I know, the devouts are good against light units. Unfortunately, I do not know how to read Russian, so for you Russian speakers out there, please feel free to translate for me. I would appreciate that as well. Meanwhile, these devouts are starting to throw some damage down on this bunker. What I would do in VISCEROID shoes is maybe just run straight into the main base. Two of the SCVs do go down, though. One that was building the command center, the other one that was building the bunker. Will VISCEROID force the cancel on this bunker is the question, and I'm not so sure. These devouts are not doing a lot of damage to the structure. And we have a bunch of SCVs being pulled from the main base into the natural base, trying to do some damage to these devouts, but the devouts survive. And how many workers went down? 4 workers killed in that engagement. That wasn't so bad. Let's take a look at the resources lost. 800 resources lost by yellow and 200 by purple. So all things considered, RedHood coming out ahead in that engagement. This bunker did finish and is now populated by what is going to be 4 Marines. We have these devouts running around. We have what are also going to be Ascended running across the map. They're better versus armored units, but unfortunately they will not be able to destroy that bunker. 2 of the Ascended go down, and we have a 3rd Ascended that just saw his brothers get killed, and he's going to pretend to work now. He's just running around in circles. He's like, you know what? I saw that, and I'm not really down. I'm not really down, man. Now, taking a look at the movement from VISCEROID, it looks like he may be running back home. Oh, no. I think that was either an Ascended or a Devout. I can't tell, but it did go down as well. Let's take a look at the resources lost at this point in the game. 970 resources lost to 200 resources lost, way in favor for RedHood. But it looks like VISCEROID is still going for the harassment. We have an Avenger tank coming towards the natural base location. Taking a look at the units, what do we have on the field? So we have 2 Ascendeds, we have 3 Devouts, and we have that 1 Avenger tank to what are 4 Marines in this bunker. Taking a look at the production tab, we also have a starport being built. Okay, so we may see some Liberators on the field is my guess at this point in the game. We'll see, though. There's definitely some plan that RedHood has in mind for that starport, I gotta say. Now VISCEROID's just chilling, though. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, this bunker is in a really good position because it is covering the left-hand side of the natural base location as well as this choke point, and this choke point is effectively going to be totally locked down with this bunker. I mean, the only way that you could really enter the base from this side is either destroying the rocks and running to the right, or I was going to say going to the left, but no, RedHood read my mind. And he's like, no, we're not going to let him do that. So now the only entrance is that left-hand side to the natural base location. Taking a look at the production tab, what did I say? We have a Liberator on the way. Where is it? Here it is. We also have a tech lab, which is interesting. What else do we have being built? We have a fusion core being built. Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to see wait a minute. We're going to see early battle cruisers, I think. There's no way. Oh, that is hilarious. What do we have in the middle of the map as well? We just have a few army units, and that's it. And some of them are damaged. These Ascended from, or sorry, not Ascended, excuse me. The Devouts from the earlier push are still damaged, so they would go down really quickly. Meanwhile, VISCEROID is expanding once again, has a kind of sneaky 3rd base location. Didn't take this one for some reason. Oh, and we have the Reckoner pack as well. The Reckoner pack is so cool. It can basically burrow up cliffs. It's like a grounded kind of It's like a grounded, almost medevac or something, except it doesn't heal, like a grounded dropship. And it looks like this Liberator did get spotted, considering the fact that it did take a lot of damage. I think I saw it move across the middle of the map. We'll see if it does any economic damage of its own. Meanwhile, we do have the battlecruiser here as well. Oh, this is hilarious. I wonder if this Liberator is just going to try and buy some time for RedHood until that battlecruiser can warp into the main base. There's no way it's not going to warp into the main base, right? At this point in the game, this is a battlecruiser rush. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so stoked to see it. Let's also take a look really quickly at the N.O.D, because they just look so sick. Oh, here it is. I was gonna take a look at the macro structures, but we were interrupted by a battle cruiser in the main base for VISCEROID. We have the Venom right here trying to do some damage and actually doing a decent amount of damage to this battle cruiser, as well as the, what is this, the missile pod. Oh man, we can hardly see the battlecruiser now. Kind of on the right-hand side of the map, on the very edge of the map, the Venoms do go down. This missile pod is dangerously low, but will get repaired by the slaves, which are the workers for the N.O.D. How many workers went down, actually? 4 workers, oh, sorry, 2 workers killed by RedHood, and that's it. This missile pod is now healed, but will definitely go down. The slaves too slow to repair. And this battlecruiser is wreaking havoc. 9 kills. That is insane. The Ascended trying to do some damage. Yamato Cannon is done. Will one-shot one of the units for the N.O.D player. And now this battlecruiser is at virtually 0 health. It's at 13 life. I expect it to jump back home to get repaired. That's what I would absolutely do. Yep, here we go. Flying back home. And just in time, too, we have the Salamander that was so ready. He's like, wait a minute, where did it go? Oh, where is it now? We have another battle cruiser, another fully healed, not fully healed, but a full HP battle cruiser, excuse me. Doing so much damage, and this is going to be so frustrating to deal with. I would be leaving the game at this point. I mean, only 8 workers killed, though. That's really not that bad. And we had the Yamato Cannon on one of those ground units. I didn't quite see what it was. And we have the Salamander trying to chase down the battlecruiser. This one also with 9 kills now. Oh, man, I expect to see another battlecruiser warp in at some point soon. What do we have on the production tab? We have another battlecruiser coming in for our purple Terran player. Oh, looks like that Salamander did get a kill on the battlecruiser. I don't know if you saw that. We saw pieces of the battlecruiser flying up into the sky. So a decent pickup for VISCEROID. And taking a look at the resources lost, 4,000, almost 5,000 resources lost for our yellow player, 1,500 resources lost for our purple player. So RedHood is ahead in the resources lost. Taking a look at the units currently, we have 2 battlecruisers and 12 Marines, and that's it, really, for RedHood. Meanwhile, we have all kinds of units for our yellow N.O.D player. And now base number 3 is under fire. Luckily, though, the siege tank doing so much damage to the ground units. But the Salamander with the 16 kills is disgusting. Let's take a look at the unit description for this. So a powerful N.O.D battleship, and it has 4 auto-firing missiles that point in every direction. I remember it. I didn't get to read it. It died way too quick. But it did go down with about 16 kills to its name. That's not bad. We have 1 battlecruiser here with 12 kills. This one with, I think, 0 kills. Nothing going on in the main base necessarily where battlecruisers are concerned for our yellow player. But we do have the Viper turret forcing the cancel on base number 4. And it looks like RedHood's not bothered. He's like, I'm just going to move over here and build it and use these battle cruisers to clean up the what appears to be static defense, just chilling right at base number 4. So the static defense will go down. We also have a run-by of Hellions. This is interesting. Now, the N.O.D units are moving kind of slow. I mean, what are these, actually? These aren't moving slow. They're motorcycles. Of course, they're not moving slow, and they do anti-air damage, but they are squishy, it appears. They will go down. Now, where are the Hellions? Let's actually take a look at the units. because I lost the Hellions. Are they dead already? No, they're right here. Okay, so they're just not moving. They're just chilling right now. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, another... No, this is a Basilisk. Sorry. I thought it was a Salamander doing some damage to the battlecruisers and didn't actually get a kill. I think it may have taken down one battlecruiser. There's just so much going on right now. The Basilisk with its range and the amount of damage it's doing to the battlecruisers is actually insane. Great use of unit control by VISCEROID, though, making sure to keep these battlecruisers alive. It looks like the Hellions are running back home to try and do some damage to the ground units, but the ground units are already down. This Thor with 1 kill. This Thor also with 1 kill. This battlecruiser with 17 kills. Not too bad. This Basilisk with 0 kills but 12 HP, and this Basilisk with 1 kill and lost about a little over 100 HP. This is so crazy cool. These mods are non-stop, man. The first time I casted this mod, or the first time I did a cast of this mod, I don't know, the way I said it sounded weird. I didn't know about it until about 15 minutes before I decided to cast it. It just landed in my queue. I'm like, oh, cool, what's this? And then it was a race I've never seen. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I'm casting it blind. But it was a great game. It was a really, really cool game, actually. The twist at the end, let me just say, was worth the watch. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm not going to give it away. But it was super, super sick. Now we have a pretty decent army in the middle of the map, but looking at the total supply, we have 170 supply in favor for our purple Terran player to the 135 for our yellow Nod player. Now, I don't know if I said it already, but this mod is in the alpha state. So it is a work in progress, effectively. This is not the end state of this mod by any means. So if you're concerned about balance, well, I mean, we're watching modded StarCraft 2. Balance is going to be a little bit more challenging, that's for sure. But these siege tanks doing so much damage to the ground army for the Nod player. And we have one of my favorite units, the Leviathan. So, also one thing to consider, you have the Leviathan and the Redeemer. But in one of the later balance patches, you can't have both a Redeemer and a Leviathan. You can only have one or the other, because it's actually kind of outrageous being able to use both of them. I think I like the Redeemer more, though. Its confusion ability is insane. So we do have the Leviathan right now. It costs 800 gas, 800 minerals. It's basically a mothership with interceptors. I mean, it definitely looks like a mothership, right? I mean, if the Terran built a mothership. This thing is so, so crazy. It's probably going to be my thumbnail. I'm going to be honest. Taking a look at the units as well, we haven't looked at the worker supply. We have 77 SCVs to 62 slaves. Never thought I would say that in a StarCraft 2 game. This is a really, really good-looking army, though. Mech army, and it turns out. Do we have, actually, we have, what, one battlecruiser? Yep, one battlecruiser being built. Sorry, we're looking at the production tab right now. A bit of an engagement in the middle of the map as well. We also have the Medusa, which is kind of like a flying support unit. It does attack air and ground, I believe. No, it only attacks ground, but it also heals units. Oh, and we have the Purifier, which is basically an infantry mecha unit. It's so cool. Look at this. Look at the flamethrower, man. It's wild. And now we have mech versus mech, it looks like. Unfortunately for RedHood, though, he doesn't have a lot of anti-air, so these air units will survive, and these siege tanks will be under fire. We also have the Redeemer, and here it is with 10 kills immediately. Man, maybe this will be my thumbnail. I don't know. That's the biggest challenge with content creation, is the thumbnail. Let me tell you. But this is crazy. Evidently, the balance patch has not been released at the time of this game, because we have what is a terrifying army composition. You know what? This is going to be my thumbnail right here. That's it. The Redeemer plus the Leviathan. I mean, you can't go wrong. This is a terrifying army, and taking a look at the total supply, though, 178 total supply to 117 in favor for our purple Terran player, but you also have to consider that we have some very terrifying capital units for the Nod player. This barracks will spot the position of the Nod army at the very least. This will give RedHood some time to react. We have a lot of battle cruisers as well. And the Ascended doing a ton of damage. How many workers killed this game, actually? 11 workers killed by purple, 13 workers killed by yellow. But these Ascended are just a little bit squishy, I feel like. And we also have what is some engagement in the middle of the map, but this army turns out survived. Let's take a look at the units, actually. Do we have the Redeemer and the Leviathan? We have the Redeemer still alive, actually, in the main base, though. Unless this is a fresh one. No, it's not a fresh one because it has 14 kills. Oh, man. The Redeemer is just so wild. We have the Planetary Fortress, though. We have a lot of battle cruisers. They may be able to focus down the Redeemer with the Yamato cannon, but no, it looks like they decided to warp across the map and leave this Planetary Fortress for dead. The interference matrix on that Redeemer will blind it, and the Terran units are able to take it down. Where are the battle cruisers now, though? Here they are, kind of poking at the main base. They were attacking the helipad, which is where you build your Leviathan. Evidently, the first Leviathan did go down, but we missed that. I am so sorry. I'm trying to keep an eye out on everything that is happening in this game and talk at the same time. This game is turning out to be just as disgusting as the first one, though. I have no idea who's going to win. We also have a sneaky base on the top side of the map for our yellow Nod player, VISCEROID. Oh, man. These Thors are looking mighty scary as well. They do have 2-2 upgrades. One thing to note as well, a commenter did let me know that the Nod player, or the Nod faction, I should say, doesn't have upgrade options for, like, armor and attack. I could be wrong, so correct me if I am wrong, but that's what I was told. Now it's looking like things are quieting down just a little bit. We do have the battle cruisers with the refresh on that tactical jump. They could jump anywhere on the map that they choose to. And the Thors chill in with the support of these Ravens, and these Ravens are so important to have against the Nod player because they can blind those capital units and basically shut them down, and they are such an important addition to the Nod military. I love the Medusa attack. That is so sick. It looks like a Thor did go down. Taking a look at the total supply, it's starting to even out. 190 supply for purple, 169. Nice. For yellow. We also have an attempted run-by with what appears to be the Black Hand and a few other units that may have been Black Hands as well. We have Tiberium mineral fields that were dropped. That is actually hilarious. And we have some movement towards base number 2 or 3. What is this? Is this a natural base? Oh, yeah. This is the natural base that is under attack by RedHood. RedHood blinding that Medusa. The Ravens doing so much work. The hero Ravens able to keep the majority of this army alive. VISCEROID saying something that I cannot read. And it looks like he is kind of posting up in the main base. The Redeemer, a fresh Redeemer, has been built. Now, the Redeemer does have a confusion ability, which will force the units, the enemy units, to attack each other if they are within 9 range of this guy. And look at this, the Redeemer, man. Oh, this is insane. Still with 900 HP, taking out the entire purple army, dude. What? That is wild. This is such an OP unit. Dare I say OP? I'm allowed to say OP where mods are concerned. I mean, think about this. Like, if you don't have interference matrix, what is the answer? Protoss, StarCraft 2 Protoss don't really have anything that can, like, shut this unit down. I guess if you had, like, a neural parasite as a Zerg player, you could take control of it. That would be really cool. Oh, that would be really interesting to see, actually. Anyway, some of these purifiers were stuck behind a building, and it looks like the Redeemer did free them. And now the giant robot with its army of little robots running across the map. This game is turning out to be an insane matchup, you guys. This is so sick. We also have what is an engagement, kind of a... What is happening, actually? What is this? Oh, it's a Hellion. Okay, I didn't recognize it for a sec. I thought it was like static defense. I'm like, why is it attacking its own unit? No, it's a Hellion doing some damage. Let's actually take a look at the workers killed. 28 workers killed by purple, 21 killed by yellow. Now we have an engagement at base. What is this? I don't even know. Number 4 or 5. With some very scary units, by the way. We do have the interference matrix thrown down on this Redeemer. It will be blind. And the Thor's coming in to try and save this base. The Redeemer is now not blinded anymore and gets blinded again. Before I could even say words, it was blinded again. But we also have the Leviathan, I assume, will be blinded by that interference matrix. Its abilities will also be shut down. And that planetary fortress actually was able to be saved by RedHood. Not bad at all. And the army supply, or sorry, the total supply is looking way, way in favor for RedHood. 200 supply for the Terran player. He is maxed out to the 70 supply for the yellow Nod player. And we also have we have the battle cruisers in the back of, what is this? I don't even know. Base number 4 or 5. Taking a look at the workers killed. 42 workers killed now. Oh no. Oh no. And these workers were rallied to this base, and now 51 workers killed by yellow, or sorry, by purple. This base absolutely melted. The supply is now 63 for VISCEROID, the Nod player. Oh man, I forgot about that. The mules, when they die on this map, they fly into the sky. That's hilarious. I don't know if you guys saw that. Those poor mules, man. Getting the short end of the stick for sure. They're just born to die. I mean, I guess we technically all are, but they have a lot shorter of a lifespan than, you know, a typical StarCraft unit. And this army, I gotta say, this game's probably just about as good as done looking at the supply. But to be fair, VISCEROID is catching up. He's now at 97 supply, and if he throws down another Redeemer, I mean, as long as it doesn't get blinded, may be able to take out at least a lot of these units. But these battle cruisers are just doing so much work. This one with 17 kills, this one with 16 kills, and this one with a whopping 31 kills. We have some movement here. We have a lot of Ascended. We also have, what are these? We have motorcycles as well. But as we saw earlier, the motorcycles are a bit squishy compared to, obviously, you know, a battle cruiser. We have a lot of mech units as well. Basically just Thors. Oh, no, we also have the Hellbats. And the, you know, of course, the Ravens. You need the Ravens in this matchup. And it looks like this base also destroyed. A total of 60 workers killed this game by RedHood. Oh, man. This is looking spooky. But, to be fair, it's a vanilla StarCraft 2 race that is winning. So we can't necessarily say that the modded StarCraft 2 race is imba. It's just the balance with the other races that I'm concerned about. Because if you have one unit that is basically required to win the game, that's the concerning part, right? Because not every race is going to have that option. Here we go, though. 190 supply to 63. A lot of units going down. This Leviathan will undoubtedly get blinded, and it does. Going down immediately to these Thors. Taking a look at the resources lost. 51,000 resources lost by yellow. 23,000 resources lost by purple. And it looks like VISCEROID saying what I think must be GG. Terran was actually observing this game. What's up, Terran? VISCEROID leaving the game, giving the victory to RedHood. What a sick modded matchup. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.